Welcome back to JUCO Cover 3, another episode 5 of season number 2. Zach McKinstry and Alan Edwards ready to talk some JUCO football. Alan, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? It's been good. How you been?
I'm good, and the JUCO football is pretty good too. Let's dive into one of the games we previewed last week. Number 9 Butler looking to make a statement and stay undefeated on the road against Coffeyville, who is coming off a win over the number 4 team in the country, and here's how it went down. Field position was key in this game. Coffeyville only had 311 total yards of offense, but the defense had a couple takeaways, and special teams pinned Butler deep a couple of times with 2 punts inside the 10-yard line. And then the Ravens got out to a 17-0 lead in the second quarter. And with this 23-yard scoop and score in the second half, Coffeyville's lead was 24. Butler would rally back in the fourth with 3 straight touchdowns to make it a 3-point game, but the Grizzlies ran out of time, and the Red Ravens pick up back-to-back top 10 wins. So Coffeyville is the only 2-0 team in the conference in the Jayhawk, with Butler and Garden City at 1-1, and Hutch still waiting to play their first conference game. So Alan, how big is this win for Coffeyville, and what can they do to keep that momentum going into next week?
I mean, we said it last week. We knew what Coffeyville was capable of doing. They just had to go out there and put it out on the field. Another thing, too, Coffeyville won, but they also controlled the clock. They also had the ball for, I think 31 minutes total in the game. But, for sure, I'm not surprised with Coffeyville, but I will be surprised once they continue winning. Obviously, we can't knock them out, and they're here to play.
And they got a really tough schedule, a little preview of their game coming up later in the show. Let's travel to Mississippi. Number 7 Northwest took on Northeast Mississippi on the road in what turned out to be a phenomenal finish. Allen, Northeast was outgained by 300 total yards. They punted 9 times. They lost the turnover battle 3-1 and still should have won the game. The Tigers were looking to run the clock out with the lead and 2:46 remaining, and they fumbled on the first play of the drive. The Rangers would march down and punch in the game-winning touchdown with 9 seconds left. Having 2 losses in conference this early would have drastically changed Northwest's conference and national playoff chances, but they do survive and move to 4-1 overall. So what's the attitude in a locker room like after a close scare like that?
For sure for Northeast, man, I know they hurt. I was actually watching it. Quarterback had a zone read pull. He ended up pulling the ball and ended up fumbling, and that sucks, man. I wish it could have been a different call there. But at the end of the day, man, quarterback should have held on to the ball. For sure, they probably sick about their loss, and I know they'll pick it back up. But for West Mississippi, after an ugly game, even to come out and go drive down and score the ball, that's good on them. And shout out to Northwest Mississippi for finishing through.
Yeah, strong finish, and the wins cover up a lot of ugly. That's a common theme throughout football in general. But the other big ranked matchup, ranked matchup from last week, number 15 Lackawanna traveling to Utah to take on number 13 Snow. Badgers were looking to get back on track, and they leaned on redshirt freshman and Utah native Seth Rigtrup, who ran all over the Falcons. 195 rush yards and 3 touchdowns. But this play was his most impressive. 3-point game late in the fourth. And look at the patience to find the hole and then the burst to outrace every white jersey into the end zone. Snow would win 55-38 and move to 3-2. But it had me thinking, of all junior colleges, who do you think RBU is? In the last 10 years, Snow's got NFL back Jalen Warren and starting running back in the SEC and Rasul Faison. But obviously Hutch with Alvin Kamara, and now USC's Wayman Jordan Jr. Iowa Western has some guys that have had success at the Power 5 level. So what are your thoughts on who should get the title of RBU in JUCO?
Honestly, I think it's up for grabs, like you said. Snow, have a couple backs, but I feel like, Butler, Hutch, those guys also have backs everywhere. They produce their backs everywhere. So it's hard to tell. But if you had to go right now, I have to go with Snow right now. But on paper, like full-time, I think I'll go with Hutch. For sure.
I think that's fair. They've got the biggest name in Alvin Kamara, but Snow, it seems like they just churn out running backs year after year. There's always a new bell cow in the lineup.
Definitely.
And this year it's Seth Rigtrup, who is phenomenal, and hopefully he carries Snow the rest of the way. More JUCO football coverage on the way. We got 3 big games on Saturday, and we'll be back in a sec.
For the last 87 years, the NJCAA has provided academic and athletic opportunities to thousands of student athletes. However, several rules make it more challenging for 2-year college transfers. Recently, 16 national coaches associations, led by the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association, sent a request for change to NCAA leadership to make the rules the same for all transfers. We commend their leadership and stand together in support of same game, same rules.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go, make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Introducing CU1 High Yield Checking, the account that rewards you for everyday banking. Earn up to 5.25% APY when you make qualifying transactions each month. No minimum or opening balance required. Get started at cu1.com/high yield checking.
Welcome back, JUCO fans. October is here, and we get the first football of the month on Saturday. Best ranked matchup of the week is number 2 Iowa Western going to number 10 Coffeyville, where the Red Ravens have pulled off back-to-back top 10 upsets. Alan, it's a fun QB battle between Mac Armstrong and Malachi Marshall. What does this Red Ravens team have to do to make it 3 in a row and knock off Iowa Western?
Obviously, I'll start with Iowa Western. Obviously, we know what they can do offensively. They're going to score almost every drive. And I think for the Red Ravens, they'll have to come in and play defense and control the clock if they want to beat Iowa Western. I think that's the best thing for them to do. Once they on offense, try to control that. And obviously, you want to run the clock as much as you can, but obviously produce and score. But we have to stop the Iowa Western offense if you want to win that game. So I'll be focusing more on the defense on this game for Red Ravens.
Yeah. Time of possession has really been in Coffeyville's favor, as you mentioned earlier in the show. Through their couple of games, they're one of the top teams in time of possession this year. So they'll need to do that if they want to get by the Reavers on Saturday. That'll be a great game. Make sure you're tuning in. Next up is some D3 football. How about number 5 Rochester CTC and number 3 Minnesota West CTC? 2 teams looking for a statement win, with DuPage and North Dakota SCS still the top dogs in NJCAA Division III. Look out for Minnesota West quarterback Armin Vinson. He has been a beast for the Blue Jays. 21 touchdowns in 5 games played, while RCTC has rotated through 4 different quarterbacks this year. So, Alan, when you carousel around QBs like that, how does that affect an offense?
Oh, man, it throws the team off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 2 is enough already to try to rotate 2 quarterbacks. So imagine 4, because I can only imagine what they're going through. Maybe they just all 4 have different things that they do special. But I don't think that's a good thing, rotating 4 quarterbacks. I think it's too much on the OC. I think it's too much on the players because, every quarterback throws different. They have different timings when it comes to all that. So all that plays a factor going into, that game, playing 4 quarterbacks. But, I mean, hopefully Rochester comes out. Maybe they have a plan. Maybe they have a playbook where they actually have to rotate 4 quarterbacks. I don't know. But as far as I know, playing 4 quarterbacks, that's different. We'll see how that goes for sure.
It's always tough, junior college especially, because you want to get guys their reps to try and get them to the next level, but you also want to compete. So we'll see how it goes. But a big top 5 matchup in Division III. Lastly, number 1 Hutchinson back in the schedule, taking on Ellsworth. If you watch this show or stay up to date with junior college football, you probably should know that Hutch beat Ellsworth last year 99-0. So the question is, can they do it again? And what do you predict the final score for this one will be?
Hopefully Hutch going into that game having some grace, man, because 99-0 is kind of crazy. But on the real side, if Hutch could go ahead and go score 100, go ahead. But, man, let's not try to kill him too much, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Hutch for doing that last year. And, of course, we'll be eager to go see that score after this game this weekend.
Oh, yeah. They've got the depth to get it done, but we'll see how it goes and how efficient that offense is for the Blue Dragons. So, all right, we got one more break on the way, and then when we come back, we are previewing some of the top players that you should be on the lookout for in Allen Stock Risers. Stay with us. Back in a moment on JUCO Cover 3.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
Good morning.
Why so serious? Great shot.
Car's 250. You got it.
Greenside bunker, land short. Trust your line. There's plenty of green.
Brakes towards the water.
Lots of coaching today, huh? We're one up.
When you strive to be the best, you need the right insights. Zurich has insurance solutions and risk strategies to help prepare your business for tomorrow.
Welcome back to JUCO Cover 3. Zach McKinstry, Alan Edward. We are really excited to dive into some of the biggest players to watch. Their name is going to continue to grow throughout the college football landscape. And we're going down to Mississippi for this episode. And Jones, as they take down Holmes and the Bulldogs. They got a pretty nasty QB wide receiver combo. And it starts with Javarian Glover.
Yeah, Javarian Glover. Oh, my God. Just looking at paper, he just stands out. You know, being at 6'5", 200 pounds, he's D1 ready off bat. And not just his measurements that looks the part, man, it's the way he played the game. Watching his film, you can see right here, he can just stand in the pocket and deliver the ball effortless. You know what I'm saying? He just throwing the ball like it's with ease, and I like his touch, and he knows his receivers. He knows when he's throwing to his tight ends. He knows when he's throwing to his running backs. And, of course, he's very mobile when he can be. But he's for sure dangerous in the pocket. I mean, imagine being 6'5", just standing back there, and you can see everything.
Yeah, he was showing off the speed throughout that game against Holmes as well, and he's completed 67% of his passes so far this year, largely in part due to his receiver core that's headlined by TK Keys. He has been phenomenal as well, averaging 116 yards per game this year.
Yeah, and he doing it with ease, and with him, you know, you love that type of receiver where you can throw a screen and take it to the house. He shows off his speed. Any receiver that can run a slant to the house, you know, those type of routes, man, they elite. And TK Keys, he for sure has that in him. And I just can't wait to continue watching him this whole season.
Yeah, Mississippi still a lot to be determined down there. Jones could be in the mix. We'll see how the MACCC shakes out. But that's all we got for you on this week's show. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to JUCO Cover 3. Plenty of exciting NJCAA football on the docket this weekend. Make sure you're tuning in. That's all we got for you. We'll catch you next time from the NJCAA Network studio.